going to bring some tone into this moment, and this is the color red, which is very important for grounding. And happy full moon. We had an eclipse and actually the moon being in Aquarius, and it was beautiful. If you looked at the solar eclipse, this is the week, I can't believe it, July the 30th through August the 4th, 2018 AD. Everybody knows it's AD, but I like to say that. But I'm doing this red because it's important to stay grounded. And a lot of us, and I can tell you, I'm an Aquarius, we're going to want to be doing this up in our head all the time. I call it monkey mind. And monkey mind wants us to really stay, like, be focused on the negative, focused on the negative, focused on the negative. And I can tell you that I honestly can feel that energy. And when we had this full moon, it was like, wow, this is beautiful. But it was, and then you could see everything. Like the day before the full moon, which the full moon was on Friday, which was 2 days ago, it was like you could actually see everything illuminated. And then if you looked at the moon, when it became the full moon, it was red, a blood moon, which is all about cleansing. It's all about purging. And the difference with the energy of this is you don't have to purposely cleanse or purge. All you have to do is just let things purge away from you. And when I say that, things are going to show up this week, and you have to try to enjoy the week. So instead of thinking of the lack, and trust me, it is going to be hard to think about what isn't the way you want it to be. I wish that, this job wasn't so yucky, or I wish that I had a better relationship with someone, or I wish this was better, I wish that. Because the truth is, if it hasn't happened by now, there's a reason. You have to let things just leave your life. And sometimes it's very hard. I'm going to try not to get emotional, to let things leave your life. But sometimes you just have to allow things to leave your life, because if you don't, what happens is you start to get all this clutter in your space, and you cannot be good to yourself. And when you're not good to yourself, you can't be good to anyone else that is in your life, or your job, or situations, or you're not allowing any room for abundance because you are allowing all this matter in that is like a dark matter. And it literally uproots you. And you feel like things are like spinning around in circles. And that's exactly what it's going to feel like at the beginning of this week. You're going to feel that way. The reason I'm here is to share the weekly vibe. So that's the vibration, is what you feel like isn't happening or can't happening. And what happens when we do that, we want to control things. We want to force things. You can't do it. Even things will present themselves to you, like these opportunities that you feel like maybe you can fix it. Like maybe something will, like let's say you've got all kinds of stress going on at work. And all of a sudden, whatever's causing you that stress presents itself to you, and it's like this proof. It's the reason you've been going through the stress. You could take that to the people that you want, and you want to say, hey, you know what? This is what's causing me this stress. Or you can let it go and just trust divinely that exactly what needs to be seen or known will be. This is a time to act in spirit, not in physical manipulation control. We can't hang on to those old things, because most likely those things, if you got to take something physically to prove something, then those people didn't know you at all. At your work, they didn't know the job you were doing. Maybe it was somebody was being deceitful and they didn't see that, and you were getting blamed for not getting a job done, when in reality, they had something to do with it. Guess what? The best thing you can do is just let it go. and allow for new things to come in. I have talked to so many people that are feeling like things have been so unfair, so unbalanced, and I keep saying, you know, for some reason I don't know the answer, but I feel this. Things will come up, the truth will come up, and you'll see it. You'll get the proof. What matters is what you know inside. And what matters is how you are treating yourself. And I'm a person that I don't deal with, like if I get negative, then I end up feeling sick. I feel heavy. But I really have had to learn to kind of get tough in my life. And so if you're like that, and I would suggest you Google, know your Chiron. Whatever your Chiron is in is your biggest challenge. And I will do I'll actually print a chart. I'm going to print out a chart and I'll go through that sometime. I'll say, if you're born between these times, this is what your Chiron's in. I've got Chiron in Pisces. My friend Skip's got Chiron in Pisces. So we are so sensitive. We hold on to things, and it's like huge outpourings of wounding and that, and then we judge ourselves, and things hold us back. So our biggest thing is to get tough skin and know that it's not always us that creates things. Sometimes these situations are only to help us to understand who we really are and that we have good in ourselves. So right now, stay focused and allow yourself to that in your life, which is present and now. Let go of the past. Don't let that past have anything to do with the present. You got to allow that which is to leave your life to go away. Just let it go. Don't struggle. Don't hang on to old dreams, because new ones need to come in. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't dream or have those dreams. Those dreams are always part of who you are. But sometimes it's the way those dreams need to be shaped that's different. So when we can let go of that control, we allow more room for growth. And that even includes relationships. That's a hard thing, because what happens within our core, we feel like we know the way things should be. We feel like we know the way that we need to control things, and we know that this is how it is. But the truth is, your core is connected to your spirit, or your crystalline field, which connects to everything around you. So when you're saying, I know, you're holding your breath, creating anxiety, creating stress, getting headaches, getting shingles. Has been my famous theme, the shingles. And I'm like, I get shingles because all of a sudden I thought about this and I'm stressed out. Okay? Then all of a sudden it comes to me, wait a minute here. I call my friend who's an astrologer. She goes, Kimmie, guess what? That's what's going on energetically. You cannot hold on to things. You need to leave a nice space for new to come in. Because the more you resist, the more the depression and oppression will persist. The more the gossip, the more things will keep coming in, and it's gonna make you, and you're gonna take it on and feel like, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. Nobody wants to say poor me. So here's how it goes, okay? It's very simple. Within your core, there's a space for the things that will serve your happiness. And you do need to know that the more room you make in your life and the more openness you leave, instead of cluttering it up with worry, with just this constant feeling, sometimes even if it's somebody in your life that's not in your life and you miss them, just like having that big empty spot there, you're actually putting a hole in your field, and you're not allowing yourself to grow, because it's like a hole or an anchor, and you're anchoring yourself down. Well, guess what? You came into this world alone, and I know you're not alone, but you were born, and when you came out, there was an umbilical. Well, maybe some people, I don't know Can you have two umbilical cords? Possibly. You could be connected to someone else that's a twin, but I'm not sure how that works. But one umbilical cord, one free will and choice. You still have your own destiny. And it's important that you cut that cord. And also, whether it's with parents, children, friends, whoever it is, if you're a mother, you brought your kids into this world for a reason. You did your job. You gave life to them. You have to be able to let them go. That's important. I was told that by an astrologer. It's so hard. The love never goes away. But if you hold your life and your meaning to how you are as a friend, how you are as a parent, how you are as a daughter, it's not going to get you anywhere. The truth is, how you are to yourself is the most important mirror that you can be. So the more room you leave open, instead of cluttering yourself up with drama from people and situations, the clearer the path ahead of you will be, and the less foggy the mirror that you look in, the mirror you look through in life will be. So if you're feeling grumpy, it's because things aren't working out and you feel blocked. Step back, take a day off, so that robotic routine, you know it, of habits that you've created can no longer be ignored. Rest, change things up, and what you don't need will move away. I'm taking my glasses off so you can see my eyes, because they say the eyes are a mirror to the soul. So, a couple things that I wanted to share, just a couple quotes. We would do ourselves a tremendous favor by letting go of the people who poison our spirit. I'm not saying that people purposely poison your spirit, but it could be how you perceive that situation, when maybe the struggle that you're having with someone else is actually there to make you stronger and make you realize that you're still whole, that we think that we are whole with other people, that they make us whole. That's a hard one for me to say. I'll tell you that, because being a mom, that's where you feel your wholeness. But the truth is, you have to be whole yourself. You can't, unless you're whole, no one around you can be. But that doesn't mean you're doing it just so other people around you, or if you're taking on the whole company's responsibility, then that makes it successful. No. You have to be balanced. So balance your life wheel. And that life wheel, it does include sleep. It does include eating right. It does include thinking right. It does include feeling right. And at some point, I love this quote, you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. Or some situations can always stay in your heart, but not in your life. You have to be willing to trust the process. This week is going to be rough. You're going to want to fight. You're going to want to manipulate. You're going to want to make things right. You're going to want to mold. The best thing you can do is let things show up. And if it's something that you just feel is just taking up too much space in your life, breathe and let things fall into place. I'm not telling you to go in and quit or do that, because things will go away if you just let go. Trust that exactly what needs to happen. And there's that grounding energy. I'm just going to do this grounding energy. It will happen. Trust the process. That's the energy for this week. Okay, so we're going to do the mantra. And always with the mantra, it's important that you put your hands, start out by just putting your hands on your, just always right above your knees. Put your feet on the ground. If you're driving, make sure you're pulled over. It's not safe to drive and do the mantra. You can listen to this. But the other thing you want to do is rub your hands together I'm going to just move these because I want to keep my feet on the ground. Practice what I preach. Rub your hands together, and I want you to feel that you are a person who has energy. You're an energetic being. You can feel the energy between your hands. Take one hand on your heart. This is your essence. It's your connection to Creator, to God. Other hand on your belly. This is the connection to your free will and choice. So when you do the mantra, you are bringing in prayer and free will and choice. And with that, you just ring the bell. There we go. There we go. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. And here it is. I am safe. I am nurtured. I am whole. I allow myself to release the situations in my life that no longer serve my highest good. I no longer allow these situations and people to define me. I can be the only one, and I am the only one, who truly forgives myself. And by doing so, I can live my life in present abundance. Namaste. Have a really good week. I know it's going to be difficult. I know you can do it. I will have skip this week. I'm going to call you out on the skip. If you catch me doing it, grab the camera, put me on the spot. Because I know with some things that are going on in my life personally, this is going to be a tough one. But I know if I can get through it, you can all get through it. So be checking on YouTube and you can see what's going on, because I guarantee you I'm going to have some challenges. But it's okay, because guess what? We're doing this together. And remember, like I said, you do yourself a tremendous favor by letting things and situations go that poison your spirit. And when I say that, you don't have to do it. The universe will do it on its own. Namaste. Have a good one. Peace. Have a blessed week. Please share with me what kind of things you're going through. If you've been going through challenges, what are they? Please leave them in the comments. I love to hear what your feedback is. And I am sending you so much love and many blessings. I will talk to you next week. Peace out.